The next speaker is Sartip Kakaee, Chairman of the Kurdish House. He's an executive in Greater Toronto Area's Kurdish House, which is an independent, non-partisan, and non-profit organization established on November 2005, which seeks to accomplish its objectives by bringing together all Kurds in the GTA, regardless of their differences, to promote unity among them. And the quote that came to me for you, sir, was asking people about solving a problem. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not this, then what? If not you, then who? Sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, guest speakers. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm chairman of Kurdish House in Toronto. I'm going to speak actually on behalf of myself, because also I'm a vice president of Kurdish National Congress of North America. So whatever I'm going to say, I'm going to say it from my point of view. I'm a Kurdish. In fact, I was born, raised in a non-Muslim family, which is another religion. Probably you guys don't know about it. It's a Yarsan, which is more than 40,000, probably 50,000 more in north of Iraq. Excuse me. We live in peace for all these years, but it's unfortunately from the threat. I have to say this: from the threat of Islam, we had to put our IDs as Muslim. So that's how we lived all our life. We just assume that as an ID we are Muslim, but we are practicing our religion in our house peacefully. And if you go to any Muslim, because we are neighbors with Muslims, we pretended we are Islam, but we never went to mosques at all. But if you hear it, my last name is Kakaee, which represents my religion. That's the name of the religion also. If you say that person is Kakaee, they will tell them about very good stuff, a good neighbor, loyal, whatever you call it, you name it. So that's about us as a religion, how we live. But unfortunately, recently with the ISIS came to the power in that area, they took over some cities. In fact, my families were affected by this terrorist organization. So my uncles, they left their cities. My parents, they still live in Kirkuk, which is only 30 kilometers from ISIS Black Flag. The religion leaders became, in fact, divided to two different ideas, which is some of the leaders, they said, we should say it's time for us to say we are not Muslims. That's it, enough. We should say, just like other Christian, Yezidis, Shabbat, whatever religion in Iraq, there are so many minority religion. Let's say just we are not Muslims, and that's normal. And some of them know, they said, no, we should say that they're going to kill us if we say we are not Muslim. How? Because in Islam, it says, if you are murtad, then you are a loser, I believe. If I am not, correct me, you guys, if I am wrong. So that's, I'm not saying about Islam's view here. This is what ISIS views. The ISIS, they say, all the murtads should be killed. There's no way for them on this earth. So that's why some of our leaders, they are afraid to say that we are Kakaee or we are San. And there was a conflict between two different leadership of the religion, which is unfortunate. That's because of ISIS. So anyways, this is a view about some other minorities that what they faced in north of Iraq because of this ISIS ideology about non-Muslims, not only Muslims, our brothers and sisters of Shia, the same. It's whatever they see. I mean, you saw most of you guys saw the videos how they killed 1,500 young guys, just young, 20 years old, just because they were in the army or whatever. So they killed them just in cold blood. Yes, so I mean, I've seen most of them, so that's an ISIS ideology. Now, the seminar is about how we Canadians to combat this ideology, at least in Canada. I migrated to Canada actually in 2002. I left Iraq in 2002 when Saddam, that bloody regime, was in power. That's why I left Iraq to Canada, to see a better opportunity in Canada for my children, which I am in the great country. But I have to say something about, after my career, I have an engineering background. Actually, just last night I came back from LA for 5 days business trip. And I had a good time with, during lunch and dinner, to speak with other Canadians. It was an event about 15,000 from around the world. So we were 40 people Canadians. So I said, I'm going next Saturday I'm going to go to a seminar to get the idea about how Canadians to combat this ideology to recruit Canadians to ISIS group or to any terrorist organization. And I asked 10 different people. And let me say that white, we have to say white Canadian. When I say white, that means it's not Middle Eastern, not from Muslims religion. Most of them Christian and Jewish. 8 of them, unfortunately, they don't have an answer for that. They didn't have an answer. Why? I believe because of they afraid from the word of discrimination. That's the fact. The people from Canada, they are all immigrants. They are all immigrants. Everybody on this land of great land is immigrants. From British, from Britain, from Europe, East Europe, whatever you call it, from everywhere. But there's a policy that they make some people here to welcome us, to welcome our children to live here. So we don't have to jump on them. Unfortunately, the Charter of Rights has to be changed by the politicians. We have politicians here. Charter of Rights, I don't know, somehow to change that. The original of these people not to be jumped over, and they have the right to speak. It's unfortunate, it's the other way around. We are immigrants, we have the right to speak, we speak whatever we want, but the white people, I don't call the original Canadian, the people before us, they are afraid to speak. That's unfortunate. Only 2 persons from that 10 people, they said, education. I said, what kind of education? What education? What are you gonna? Well, we have to educate our children. No. Immigration system. Minister Jason Kenney, he was in the immigration system, not because he is here. He did a very good job during his time. I applaud you. You did a very good job. People, they were abusing this system, immigration system in Canada, for their benefit, and they were going back, or because of their passport, they can go around the world, terrorists or whatever. I don't call them, but it was used. But thank you for you changing but still we need more work. We still need more work. Immigration system should be changed. Bringing people from around the world, or when the immigration officer that does the interview, that's his most important responsibility. I can read the mind of people when talking to them within 1 hour. I can tell them if this is a qualified person to come to Canada or not. Not just because of his qualification or engineering or doctor or whatever. No, that's not the right qualification. Not because he speaks English. No, that's wrong. That's a mistake, a big mistake. There are so many people, their brain open-minded, very good, but they can't speak English. We should help these people. It's important, very important that we change the immigration system and also the rule of Canadians that they welcomed us in this country. Thank you very much. I had a lot to say, but 8 minutes. Thank you very much.